your warm-ups, most of the lessons will be the same for introducing the storyteller and naming the pictures and working with the pictures. However, new concepts will be different. So in this part of the video, we want to tell you about different activities that you can use with the first few lessons to introduce new concepts. The hardest concept for children to get early on in the program is listening for the individual sounds and words. Children love to play an activity where they imagine that their names start with a different letter. So you can play this activity with any lesson.
Florinda. My name would be Florinda. What would your name be if it started with
Claire.
Claire?
Claire.
What would your name if it began with
Remember that you can always go to the activity book, to the scope and sequence chart, and see immediately in a glance what the new concepts and features might be for each of the new lessons. In the second lesson, or A, there are two things that you want to focus on for the children. They're going to be listening for A at the beginning of words, like they did with F at the beginning of words, but they're also going to be listening for A in the middle. So you need to introduce the idea of listening to the vowel sound in the middle.
Today's lesson we're going to talk about words that have the middle sound A. And there are the pictures on the bottom of our chart here show lots of words that have the middle sound A in them. Can somebody raise their hand and tell me one of the words that has a middle sound A? Sierra.
Hat.
Good. Hat has the middle sound A.
Vowels are the hardest for children to hear and learn. So for each of the vowels, we've tried to create a special activity that would give an emotional context to the vowel. So for the A song, the children imagine Anne, the acrobatic ant, walking along a tightrope. And when she starts to fall, she says, "Ah!" And there's a song that introduces that idea.
And it's falling, run and tell, maybe we can save her, hear her yell, ah! Hear her yell, ah!
Good job.
In the third lesson, the letter T, or the sound T, the new concept is listening for the sound at the end of the word. So you can do some activities where children name pictures and listen for the T sound at the end of the word.
Something that begins and ends with T. What could that be? What do you think it is, Amelia?
Cat.
Cat. Does cat begin with T? Or does it begin with K? Okay. Want to try again? Something that begins and ends with T. Ten. What's this one? Tent. Tent begins and ends with T.
Another activity that you can use with almost any lesson is what we call the say without game. And there you say a word. First you're dealing with big chunks. So you say a word like cowboy, and you have the children say it, and then you have them say it without the boy.
But say without. Do you remember what it is?
You don't say it.
I'll say a word like cowboy, and then you say cowboy, and then I'll say, now say it without cow. And what do you say?
Boy.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty easy. Say the word cupcake.
Cupcake.
Say it without cake.
Cup.
Say the word jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
Say it without jelly.
Fish.
Say the word baseball.
Baseball.
Say Can you say it without ball?
Ball. Base.
Can you say cup?
Cup.
Can you say it without the k?
Up.
Good. Can you say cart?
Cart.
Say it without the t sound.
Car.
Good. Now can you say it without the k sound?
Art.
Good job.
Once you finish the first 4 letters, you come to the end of the first level and you start the second. In the first level, children are just using the left hand. In the second level, they start using their right. So for the J sound, the 5th letter, they have to start using their right hand. So that's kind of a new concept for them. As they move on in that level, they're going to get to the letter I, or the sound I. Here's their second vowel. And for the first time, they have to move their anchor finger from the K up to the I. And they have to leave the anchor and move to the I. So that's a new concept. And also, being a vowel sound, it's hard to remember. So Issa, the inchworm, it doesn't like icky things. And so when she sees something icky or she smells something icky, she says, "Eh."
Issa, little Issa is quite picky. She thinks a lot of things are icky. But thought that he would bring a treat. He dropped a plum for her to eat.
What happened? What happened?
Her face turned red. She turned her head. And this is what she said.
For the 8th letter, or the sound S, the letter S, S makes 2 sounds. Sometimes it sounds like S, and sometimes it sounds like Z. So here's their first example of a letter that makes 2 sounds. They can sing a song. So when Sass is sleeping, he snores and he says Z, and when he's awake, he says S.
Hear him snore. Hear him snore.
Another activity that you can do with practically any lesson is to play the game I Spy.
Sound. Ha, like in hug. What do I see with my little eye?
So you look around the room or you look at the chart with the pictures on it and you say, I spy something that starts with J and rhymes with net, and the word would be jet. So it gives them some practice rhyming things and again listening for the sounds and letters. On this tape, we've tried to show you a number of the activities that you can use with warm-ups. These are meant to be fun. Have a good time with your students. There are lots of other activities in the activity book. Be sure to look at the scope and sequence and check the next letter that's coming up, because children may be learning that sentences start with a capital letter and they need to learn how to use the shift key to make a capital letter. There are new things happening all the time. So just give it a glance, take a few minutes, and you'll find that you will enrich the experience of Read, Write, and Type for your students.
Hey, I got something to